We're playing some Dungeons and Dragons tonight, following the ongoing story of the Dawnforged Company. Recently, having an interesting time trying to pass the mountains to get to Uz's lost city, Kalev. The city made of spires and, well, you can't really remember. It might have changed a lot since he's left. But they've been fighting their way through this storm and this snow that and buffeting winds and, well, nightmare demons that also make them very exhausted and explode so they can't sleep. That's a thing that also happened. But
yeah.
Yes, I just got fruit. Yeah, I'm a hoopy fruit who knows where his talent is. All right, so that's dinner there. Excited for. But last time they found themselves traveling along the path and found there was giants sitting on or standing next to a ridge, and they noticed that's where the storm seemed to be focusing in on. And with the commune with nature that Bloodscale had just done, they knew they were at about the right place to find something strange. Upon coming up to the giants, luckily Mesnos being able to speak all languages at a drop of a hat because he's a cool warlock like that, they found out that the giants were trying to protect or disarm this magical thing, a mostly decayed skeleton, the head completely a skull, skin completely gone, muscles still on some of it as this tree grew through and around the rest of the figure and out of the top of the head. Similar to a tree they once saw growing out of a child that was partially a dragon. Well, it's completely a dragon, just in a human form. And somehow this tree was pulling the essence of the storm and the magic innate in the blood of this giant's corpse. No, was it a corpse? I don't know. Pulling this magic forth from this giant and creating this storm that covered miles and miles and miles. As they tried to get close to it and help, lightning burst from the sky and hit many of them with this magical lightning that steals part of your strength and uses it for itself. People were buffeted into rocks, and eventually they convinced the giants to come in and try to cover their heads and give them a little bit of safety from the lightning. As the four giants moved in, their long beards trailing and whipping around in the wind, they pulled their shields above our party to give them a little bit more time to deal with this. Now, trying to hack away at it took a little bit, so they started using magics, including fire. And the axe, Spectrum's Justice, was pulling magic from this thing, and then seemed to pull some of the fire that was used as the final incendiary spell to burn whatever this was into charcoal. And as it burns away and collapses in on itself a little bit, just a burnt giant skeleton collapsing into a pile. The tree itself burnt into charcoal and now hot embers in the snow.
And there's no body left, right?
Just skeleton.
Gotcha. Can I do an Arcana check on the skeleton?
Absolutely.
Can I throw up?
Absolutely. And go make a make a con saving throw for me. Let's go.
It'd help if stuff was loaded properly. Thank you.
Oh yeah, gotta start the day off right with a crit.
That's
Yes,
the
indeed.
fucking way to do it.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. Oh, that's.
I don't know. I roll a disadvantage.
All right. So yeah, you throw up. You throw up quite a bit.
I know. Yeah, no. So it's level 2 saving throw should still be safe.
Oh, okay. If they're not at disadvantage, and like you feel this gag and you feel it kind of pull up and then get to the back of your throat, and you kind of instinctively stop it there, and then kind of swallow down that burning feeling. Just.
No. Nope. He'd want to throw up.
Okay. Yeah, you throw up, and it's bile and your breakfasts, and it's everywhere.
It's not the first time he's done this throw up.
It's true.
Gross.
Gross. All right, Vicer.
Just
there
all
anything in
food-related things to get a lot of
You know, really.
Kidding.
Vicer, when you're looking at this, is there anything in particular you're looking for with the crit?
I'm looking for any magic residue. I should still have True Sight up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm also looking for what may have happened. Being coming through if we destroy him, if it's portal. Really just trying to figure out exactly what was happening.
So it's a little bit harder to do because of the fire used to destroy this thing, but you do get the what up, Featherfall? You do get the distinct impression that it has that Shadowfell touch to it, that it comes from the same place as those monsters, the lost, the hungry, those things that storm into the night. They all seem to have a basis, but this one, there's also a bit of like necromantic kind of death magic as well, where it's set up to where as a normal spell you pull from the ether and the types of magic and you weave them together to make a spell. This is inverted, where it's pulling innate magic out of this creature and using it to power the spell.
Okay, so the body's like a battery.
The body's a battery for this spell, and you're able to see some of like the while it's burnt away, some of it has kept its shape, and with a 26, you see that like the tree. It's interesting. It definitely has roots around the spine and into the skull. So there's it definitely might have something to do with it growing into the mind or brain of the creature and making it do something. No kid.
And sorry, say that one more time. There's something like it came from the brain.
Yeah, the tree grows along the spinal cord into the base of the skull. So you definitely see that it might be, using the creature to like bend to its will. There's a trace of like, it's similar to the command spell, but it's like this
Similar to
innate
the command spell.
thing that has been put into this seed.
While I'm looking at this, I also want to flicker my sight into the ethereal plane,
Sure.
just to check for anything that I can see there.
Make a perception check. Kid.
I have
Can I
True
guidance
Seeing
him?
up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do I need to do that with True Seeing up?
Yes, yeah, because while you can see everything that's invisible, you have to take a look and see how observant you are and what you can see and make sense of. Perfect.
Add that D4.
Got that D4. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, get that soft,
Alright.
that super soft 20.
Super soft 20. All right, perfect. So with the 20, you do see, just for like a second, because you looked quickly, you do see the shape of this this
Yeah,
giant.
I was looking quickly.
Sorry, what?
True Sight lasts for an hour, and I was
No,
looking to see
because
anything I
you,
could see.
yeah, because you said you were checking and so now
Okay.
no, you were looking for magic and stuff like that. Now you're looking to see if True Sight tells you anything, and like you're looking around and trying to see what you can see through your surroundings. You can't do both at the same time. But
Why not?
because one, you're looking for magic, the other you're looking for things. Like you're it's two different.
Well,
types
did I
of
see
looking
any
for shit.
magic stuff in the ethereal realm before we get to the perception
I'm-
check then?
Getting to it.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, man.
Well, I just don't know how any of this works. I've never used True Seeing before, and I want to make sure it's worth it because it's a very high level spell. That's all.
Okay, so looking into the ethereal plane, you do for a second see just like this glimmering outline of a giant that's still stuck into the same pose, and you see that there's like the spirit of the giant is still trapped, and you see like with True Seeing that it's in the ether, trapped between this plane and another, just stuck in the middle, and it seems to be like stuck, like screaming out but frozen in place, its entire being just convulsed together. You see that it's almost as if the plant has unanchored its soul, and its soul is trapped in the ether trying to find a way back to anywhere.
Can I try and banish it from that realm to our realm?
Absolutely. You can try to banish it.
Because it says
determine?
You attempt to send one creature you can see within range to another plane of existence. The target must succeed on a charisma throw or be banished. If the target is native to the plane of existence you're on, you banish it to a harmless demi-plane. While target is incapacitated, the target remains there until the spell ends. At which point, wait, what does it mean if the target is native to a different plane than the existence than the one you're on, the target will be banished to with a faint popping noise, returning to its home plane. So would that mean it could be banished home?
You get the idea that banishment could put it where it belongs, wherever that may be.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell the other storm giants what's going on. I can still see his soul in the ethereal plane. I may be able to banish his soul back to here, but he may be lost forever. Is that all right with you? Right now they're trapped.
Quickly translates as the giants kneel down and kind of surround you, and they all seem to be looking back and forth. And you see the clearly the leader, this female with.
I thought they spoke common.
They speak giant.
Okay.
And then as they do, Mesnos kind of turns back to you. He said, "They say anywhere is better but lost." So.
Right. So I banish it back to our plane.
Go and cast the spell. Perfect. And as you reach out and you, let's see. No, okay. Perfect. All right. So as you reach out and you banish just this, and then it seems to be gone.
Ready? I think it's done. I turn around and wave my waddly arms up like I think it's done. And then I
Go ahead.
No, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say they kind of look and then nod to you.
And then I'm gonna let the rest of the team know what I found while looking in the realm and whatnot.
Perfect. Check one thing. Perfect. Okay. Mesnos, he touches you and he's gonna cast Comprehend Languages, so you can comprehend languages for the next hour. And then, you're better at doing the talking. And then, and so as he does, you see the giants. They're kind of looking, and the leader nods, and she's to you, and she's like,
"You cut out."
The leader nods to you, and she says, "It is good that it is done. Do you need a place to stand and sleep against the storm tonight?"
I turn to the team. So it sounds like they'll watch our backs tonight. If you guys want to do that, they sound grateful overall.
I could use a rest.
Anyone? Definitely. Me too. Spent a lot of
spells preoccupied.
No, that would be excellent. It'll give a blood scale some time to recuperate. Yeah, we'd be very grateful, actually. Uzo, where are we headed again? What's the name of your town? Uzo? Uzo?
Mike, you there?
Uzo?
Usa.
How close are we to the Erie?
Uso, we're talking to Yusa. Are you there, buddy? We cannot hear you if you are.
Alright, I just asked the giants how close we are to the Erie.
Or he just went to poop.
And let them know a little bit more about, where we're going?
You are within 10 miles, probably a day's journey after here.
What time is it?
It's hard to tell because
5 after 8.
it's hard to tell because it's been
time.
Oh, yeah.
clouds all day, and so like the day just seems kind of. It's hard to tell like the exact passage of time, but it's getting,
Do the
it's a
giants
little
know?
bit later. It's late evening-ish.
Okay, alright, so not enough time to make it there today. Great. No, I think that's okay for me. Bloodscale, I know you're recuperating there. Should we set up your fortress tonight, or do you think the giants guarding the tent will be enough?
Are the guardings here, or are we going to their place?
Oh, let me ask. Are you guarding us here? Are you taking us, or do you want to go back to wherever it is you're from?
You may stay with us inside of the village. Follow me. And she,
Sounds great. We got a whole bunch of stuff down there, though.
of course. And then she kind of walks and she steps down, and then the other giants proceed to like step down and offer their hands up to anybody who needs a lift down.
I
Cart.
step over here. Get a yeah. I hop down. Go and move everything out of the.
So you're putting the tent away.
Zarek, you can float down. I think you should still. How long
I may still have Featherfall on.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
you
it
do.
only lasts a minute. Never mind.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It's
Dang.
been a little bit more than a minute.
Yeah. Pack it all up. Mercedes.
Oh, and the spell also ends when you hit the ground. Or touch
Ah,
down.
well that would do it. Yeah.
I've been falling for a whole minute and I haven't touched it. Ah!
Yes.
Yes.
That's what that's for. Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Perfect. All right. So,
Gotta wait until you're a minute within hitting the ground.
what's everybody doing at this point?
I'm gonna pile onto Mercedes and just follow the giants, I guess, with the carriage.
Perfect. Who's going to be driving the carriage?
Oh, I guess I was doing that, huh?
Not me, I'm bloodied.
You're still bloodied. Okay.
I'm also bloody, but I can't sleep, so I'm sitting up there with him, trying to keep him from
Oh,
diving off cliffs again.
There's all right, so we'll just have Mercedes tied onto the back of the carriage.
Real quick, I'm gonna.
back.
Who's? Yeah, sorry about that.
No worries.
Who's worse off, Bloodscale or Ula?
We are about to go rest, so hopefully we'll be all right. I don't know. You probably
Ulumfa
have
by
magic,
1
huh?
point.
Ha.
Brandon
We're
wins!
equally fucked.
All right.
More or less.
Well, you're each gonna get 2 points of healing hands. So, Brandon, that's for you. +3, so 8. It's not much, but every little bit helps. And then for Ula, 7. Hey, look at that.
Now you're dead even.
And you get namesies. You're welcome.
Beautiful. So mark your healing down. These healing hands. So you guys watch as Uza, like, he kind of rubs his hands together, and then you just hear this small and then he reaches out and then touches first Bloodscale, and Bloodscale, you feel this is like almost like when you drink a cup of caffeine or an energy drink too fast, and like it just like all hits your brain at this. We're like, oh, okay, woo. And then Uza, you turn in, and you do the same to Ulumfa, and both of you feel just this, whoa, okay, all right, as the electricity surges into you, but also the divine magic intertwined with it heals you up.
And it immediately goes away because I'm 2 points exhausted.
Yeah.
I'm helping.
Yep, you are, bud.
And everybody keeping track of their levels of exhaustion?
Did I get one while I was out? I want to make
No,
sure.
no, it was just
Okay.
from last time with all of the lightning that exhausts and all that other stuff, so just making sure.
Okay.
All right, and then so with that, you guys start striking out as the being guided by these giants they're so large that their strides, they don't trot or anything to keep up with the horses. The horses are actually kind of having to push a little bit quicker of a walking pace just to keep up with them. There's even a point where like they come across like this bridge that's clearly like kind of old and rickety, but instead of one of the giants just puts his shield up and then kind of covers it, while another one does the same thing and creates a more stable and solid bridge with their arms and shields, so that way you can just roll across. Let's see.
Could you make sure we're getting an escort back? Or if there's a different way to the area through their village that's just as fast.
Yeah, I'll ask him that. I'll ask him if it'll be easy for us to get to the Eyrie from their village, or if we can get an escort back.
They nod and they're like, the Eyrie is beyond the village. You may travel from the village forward.
Then we're making good time.
Hell yeah. Cool. Alright, that sounds great.
So, the horses are a lot more calm now, that the wind is also starting to let up. Like, you notice, like, you're not as cold, the wind isn't as harsh, and you see just as a few hours in, the clouds are starting to part, and you can actually see twilight ahead. Bitch, did you just steal my chicken? Get back here!
Segues are weird.
Buddy's in trouble.
Fucking Irene just straight up
That's
grabbed
what
my
I say
chicken.
to TJ too when he.
Look at
I
this!
steal
Look
the
at this,
chicken.
you sassy! Damn it!
I think the best
Sorry.
thing is that it was a cat.
Feel bad
been
at all,
burgled.
does she?
Cat burgle. All right.
Cat
So-
burgled.
All right. But as you guys as you guys continue up ahead, you do see it's not a lot of structures or anything like that, but there's these massive buildings that have been kind of a lot. Some of them are built from wood, but a lot of them are kind of like carved into the kind of like into the mountain itself, onto these kind of rocky, craggy overlays as the snow whips around. Wind's still there, but it's not nearly as brutal. But so as you guys continue walking, you guys they eventually you come up to this large. It's a long house made of God knows how many trees, and it is equivalent height and everything for the giants. So it's like, 100 feet tall. It's crazy. And then so as you guys are brought indoors, you see each of the giants finds a place, and the door
You're
is so
breaking
large.
up super bad.
Am I really?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you guys are brought into this village, they take you to this insanely large, made from like bits of hundreds and hundreds of trees, and these giant like slabs of stone are put together to this kind of longhouse that is of gigantic proportions, literally big enough for them, 100 feet tall. Like as you
Big enough
guys-
for what? Big enough for
For
what?
this what? Dude, your microphone is killing us tonight.
Big enough for
Did
them.
we lose him entirely? Oh, hey.
I'm
oh, there he
here.
is. Sorry.
He's just
checking.
fighting it, ladies and gentlemen.
So I don't know what. Cat! I swear to fuck! Get out of here.
That's why.
Heard that.
This is all
course.
just a ploy by the cat to get more chicken.
More chicken. I honestly don't know why it's doing this. It was fucking fine, and now it's being a pain in my ass again. Hold on one second. I'll check my settings.
Pain in your what? It cut out? No, I'm just kidding. Sorry.
Can you say that louder, please?
Yeah, one sec. We're gonna throw the be right back screen. I'm gonna fuck with this. Be right back.
We will be right back.
All right. Hopefully we are back and things are good again. We'll find out soon. But I went ahead and turned up a little bit, so I might be a little bit louder than I was. So let me know if it's overpowering. I sound hot, not the good kind of hot, the regular kind. All right. I'm gonna push the microphone a little bit back. We're gonna try it like that. If it's too hot, still let me know. But okay. So yeah. Let's take a look at what's going on. All right, so as you guys kind of make your way into this village, the snow whipping around you, you see there are many buildings that have been carved and hewn from like the cliffs and from pieces of stone that have been brought together, and then there are like trees and logs and stuff that are used almost to like fill in these gaps and create and bring the structures together. And these structures are massive. They've been made, by giants for giants, hundreds of feet tall. And as you walk into you're led into this longhouse, and as you enter, the giants go and they kind of take places around these tables, sitting down, and the leader kind of heads over back behind the bar, and you are in this longhouse where everything is giant sized. Like there's nothing that is made for anybody else but them here. And as the leader turns to you and she says, "You can stay here for the night if you wish. We would be honored to have you as our guests."
I hate.
Yeah.
Wasn't that-
The team. I'm like, do we sleep in their rooms or do we sleep in the tent? We'll insult them if we do. If we don't sleep, in the giant beds. On the other hand, giant beds.
Right? We could probably fit the whole party in one. Not that we would try.
Yeah, no, that might be a bridge too far.
Right. Because the new people.
We'll go with that. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. As long as we're in agreement. Why there is a line.
We would be honored to stay with you. Thank you for having us, and we appreciate your hospitality. Is there anything is there any of your customs which we should, observe for our part?
We know that you would not know our ways, so there's no offense to be given. I only apologize that there is nothing more appropriate for you. I have gotten... And then it's at a point she sits down...
Not better. Ty.
Yeah. It's going
Still-
again.
Yep.
Okay, one second. I'm just gonna have a moment here.
Punched the wall.
You know what it is? Featherfall showed up, and they brought the tech goblin with them from Wednesday. Alright, so what the hell could be wrong? You know what? If everybody has a Discord, let's go ahead and I'm gonna...
We going to Discord?
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna... let's go ahead and try let's do... I think everybody's in
Have a
my
D&D.
Discord. Oh, no, that's right, we do have one. So hop over to the
I just
Dawnforged
posted the
Company
link
Discord.
to it in the Blizz chat, so you can just join.
Perfect. Yeah,
Clickety
everybody
click.
click that, go there, have a fucking wonderful time.
I'm helping.
And I'll meet
I'm
you all there.
helping.
Alright,
I'm
so
helping.
let's see how this goes. Woo! Alright, thank you everybody for staying and sticking around so that way you can all hang out and have a beautiful time. I'm going to go ahead and join the audio over there, and we should be getting them any second, so I'm going to go and unmute myself. Alright. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, much better.
Oh wow. Yeah, you guys sound better too.
Who knew?
Do this.
I did. I tried to, and everybody didn't like it. So. But now we're doing it, and it's happening. All right. I'm just waiting for everybody to hop in so I can unmute them, and then we'll continue on with our story with the giants in the clouds. Well, top of the mountain.
Molly.
Same different. Nom 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 food. Alright, everybody start talking so I can adjust your levels.
Hello.
Just
Saying
all at once,
words
like
and
randomly
such.
saying
All
stuff?
at the
Oh,
same
okay, that's
time
what we're
because
doing.
that makes it difficult.
Yes, good.
Actually, it's
Hey, we're
not
just
Hot
following
dicks, hot
orders.
dicks, hot dicks, hot
Yeah,
dicks, hot dicks, hot dicks,
absolutely.
hot dicks, hot dicks, hot dicks, hot dicks, hot dicks, hot
Alright.
dicks,
Oh,
hot
this
dicks,
is
hot
why we
dicks,
don't do
hot dicks,
Discord.
hot dicks.
Perfect.
Nothing but hot dicks
Okay.
on here.
Oh,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. I
Tens
poop, I
across
poop, I
the
poop, I poop,
board.
and then I brown.
Alright.
don't know what that
Then,
is.
yeah, this is happening.
Like-
Alright.
It can't unhappen. All right. So
Hi, Father
where
Bob.
did
Welcome to the Hot Dicks channel.
Hitchhiker
sorry,
remind
there's
you
a
had
hot
permitted
dicks
term
channel?
hot dicks. All right, whatever. All right, so we're in the village with the giants, right? Is that what's we're still doing
Yes.
that?
They just said they don't expect us to know their customs, and they're sorry they don't have better accommodations for us.
Cool.
I
Alright.
think that means pick a corner, pitch tent, and then pitch the tent.
Yes, indeed.
This got off the rails fast.
Yes, indeed.
So fast.
Tech
So,
Goblin. It's all
kinda-
Featherfall's fault.
What kind of room are we in right now? Is it big enough to put up the tent, or?
Oh yeah, it's massive. It is absolutely massive. Like, this is a 2-story building built for giants, and the ceiling is so. You can fit the tent in here easily. Like the tent will be barely the size of a table
Okay.
in here.
Great. And I no, I won't do it. I was like, I'm gonna dimension door up to the table and then set it up there. No, I'm just kidding. I'll just set up the tent in a reasonable place.
Okay, go ahead and ping a spot you'd like to put it.
Oh, it's just wherever.
Okay.
Am I still asleep in the tent?
You're in the carriage.
It's right there.
That's going.
I
in.
was in the tent.
No, you were in the carriage that was in the tent.
Oh, okay.
So, yes, but also no.
God damn, I'm
But no.
confused.
Technically yes, but also no.
Oh, Jesus.
It's a big bar.
It's a huge bar, and you as
Gigantic.
and then as you're setting up and everything, she drops next to you these giant there are these giant cups of ale, and each one of them is like be like a bathtub for you. But
I'm getting in mine.
so you hop in. Are you going to start drinking?
Yes.
Splash about a little bit.
Yes,
Okay.
just doing the full bird bath.
Yes. Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Yes. Terrible at these. I'm okay.
Wasted.
Yeah.
Like this is really like, and it tastes really good. Like it's this, and like it's a pretty. It's this kind of it has like a piney like freshness to it, but it also has like this kind of like also back mintiness as well. That is really quite delicious. And after swimming in royal, you get pretty cold. Go and make another Constitution saving throw.
Oh shit, it's not heated in here?
No, this is a giant.
Oh, I've made a terrible mistake.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll say your character knew how cold it was, so they get out in time, but to not freeze. Since I could have been more descriptive, but you notice all the giants seem pretty comfortable in here, even though it is still pretty dang cold. There doesn't even seem to be a place to start a fire. Weirdly,
The
enough.
storm giants. Makes sense.
Alright, so
I make my good evenings, and then I head into the tent to get a nice warm meal before heading to sleep.
That's definitely going to be my plan as well.
From my beer koozie, I would like to yell at one of the storm giants. Excuse me, sir! Oh, hold on.
kind of looks.
Excuse
down.
me. This is really good beer, by the way. How far is the Great Eyrie from here?
Kind of like tilts his head, and then Mesnos, you hear Mesnos translating. He's like, "We already asked them that. It's about a day's drive after this."
Roughly.
I was probably somewhere else. Thank you!
Mentally, I was just checked out, just somewhere else entirely.
I was just really impressed with how cleric-y I got back there. Have you seen any Aarakocra down here?
We have not seen the winged kind for a long while. Recently, though, they did start taking some of the forest around the Eyrie for their own.
Okay. Okay, that's good. Expansion is good. I thought for a second you were going to say they were all dead, and I would have been really sad. But they're not, and I'm really worried. So thank you.
You are welcome. And he
Really
tips his
good.
he cheers you with the cup that you're still in, so he just knocks it against and you kind of splashes a little bit.
Jostles. Thank you. Is getting his bubbles. I'm gonna go to sleep. Good night. Thank you. I'm glad we could help with the tree head thing. It's like our specialty now. I think we can claim because 2, 3. Oh. Good night.
Perfect. All right, and then everybody going to bed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yarn.
All night to rest.
All right, Uza, or not Uza, sorry, Ulumfa, Zephyr, and Bloodscale. I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, lovely.
Oh boy.
We're in trouble.
Super trouble.
Hang on, I gotta find my character sheet. Constitution.
Said
save.
wisdom. Sorry.
Yep,
Just
Wisdom.
making sure. Okay.
It'd be nice if mine was lower, because there's more dragons in my brain.
Oh, there we go. Oof.
Oh, thank God.
So, Bloodscale, as you try to find a comfortable spot, your body is aching from this, just how tired you are. And you kind of lay down in this beautiful plush bed that has been provided by the tent, and as you're kind of settling, you're like, this isn't as comfortable as and it like hardens up, and you're like, oh, okay, perfect. So it's the perfect comfortableness, and then you're like, finally just, and you kind of, and then you open your eyes and you're just waiting there for a second. Like, okay, no, that's cool. It's gonna be fine. Gonna be fine. Gonna be okay. Gonna go to sleep. And then you wake up, and you open your eyes again, and you kind of sit up, and you're like, come on, not again. Please, not again. And at this point, you look over, and in the corner of the room, you see the necromancer who you just seen destroyed, obliterated into pieces. And he's smiling. His face burnt completely away in your memory. Almost completely away. Hangs by, sloughing a little bit off of his face. I told you, you took my brother, and I will have my revenge.
You just said burnt, right?
Yeah, he looks toasted. And he's like, I hope you don't enjoy.
I'm gonna see what shoots out of my face at him.
Perfect. So, as you go to you go to pull up your breath weapon, as you open your mouth, instead of any elements coming out, spiders crawl out of your mouth and across your head and start biting into your head.
Pass. Next nightmare.
Yep,
pass.
you know what Plan
No
B
way.
is, though, right?
Plan B.
Bloodscale always has a Plan B.
Yeah.
Head
So
down, run into wall. Head down, run into wall.
So you have take 9 points of piercing damage from the spiders, and as you put your head down and you charge for the wall, it disappears into smoke in front of you, and you run and there's nothing, and you turn around and you try to smash your head on anything else, and it's everything you try to hit your head against just dissipates in smoke around you, as the spiders continue to crawl over you and just keep biting and biting and biting.
This worked one time. I'm just gonna change eyes. See what happens.
Who are you changing to?
But fucking, I'm going down the line. It doesn't
Okay.
matter, does it?
So as you close your eyes to and try to
Let's say
change-
Shanoff this time because I didn't try him last time.
Right. So as you try to pull Shanath up to you, you feel like there's an itching under your eyes, and you reach up, and then all of a sudden you're looking out like everything has become red as you're bleeding from your eyes, trying to access this other power that just isn't there. You take another 13 points of psychic damage, and you awaken. You do not mark a long rest, you mark another point of exhaustion. Ulumfa, you are...
Yar.
As you kind of set the room the way you like it and that is most comfortable to you, it's interesting. Like this, you haven't been in this tent quite... Like, this magical tent is able to just pull things that you like. There's even, you could swear, the smell of the desert and the sun kind of whipping around, and it reminds you of home and of Jahruk and of the weight on your shoulders. And as you lay down and get ready to try to let sleep overcome you, you just kind of close your eyes, and then you open one back up and you just feel uneasy. There's like this building dread, and you see in the corner of your room, and that the person that was exploded by Viserys' fireball, the bits of them hanging apart, but seemingly like just enough to make out the bits of face hanging off of the bone, and he's just like, "You didn't kill my brother, but you helped them try to kill me. Maybe you can learn faster than the others. But until you do, I'll be watching." Some toys to play with since you like them so much. And at that point, your weapons jump off of the wall and start stabbing at you and into you, and you're trying to dodge around them, but they're just too fast. There's no movements to read. There's no nothing. They're stabbing into and out of you. You take 10 points of psychic damage.
Ah! Ah! Like, what are you watch? What did I do? Alright.
Just give in. The change is coming, and it's better for everyone if we don't stand in its way.
Okay, but the fact that I'm getting stabbed a lot is sort of, making
That is
the
your
message...
lesson for standing in my way! Abandon your
Oh.
quest.
I will not stop
Very
stabbing
well.
me.
No. And then he disappears, and you fight your weapons throughout the night. You take, oh my god, 26 points of psychic damage, and mark another point of exhaustion.
Ooh. So I'm almost dead. Cool.
Zephyr, you sleep wonderfully. You've slept all day, and you have no trouble sleeping the rest of the night. You can mark a long rest and take off one of your points of exhaustion. Your spell slots are back. Alright. You all awaken the next morning. How would you like to wake up and do your thing? Cat, I swear to God! This is getting annoying. I'm sorry.
It's a bad cat. It's a bad cat.
She's-
No,
I swear to God, like this is the weirdest thing.
you gotta be a better cat.
Yeah, what he said. Alright. What would you guys like to do as you wake up?
Other than throwing shit? Angrily?
I'm gonna go get me some coffee and bacon and, all of the butler breakfast setup.
It's ready and waiting.
Just
uncannily
crashing
dodge
noises
everything
from
that
Bloodscale's part of the tent.
Bloodscale is throwing around.
I'm just gonna lie in bed, sort of mostly dead, because I have 22 hit points left, and I got stabbed all night. Not in a good way.
Well, you're new to the
yeah.
group.
Hearing Bloodscale starting to, I guess, trash the tent, I'm gonna go.
Guys, help! Bloodscale's trying to kill the tent!
But not the tent! Ah! I run over. What are you doing?
Not the tent!
No, it's like there's throwing, and it's just like wooden bowls or whatever. It's not like doing any real damage. It's just bouncing off of things, and the butlers are just picking it up gently and putting it
Oh,
back,
yeah.
and he
It's-
grabs it again and throws it.
It's exactly that. Yeah, every time you throw something, it just kind of like against the tent wall, and then even if occasionally one of the stones will be like, "Oh, sorry, sir, you seem to have dropped this. I'll put it back." And and you guys see as you look in blood scale, he has bites all over his face and eyes.
Lord, mercy. What happened to your face? What's wrong with your face?
Nightmare spiders!
That
Fucking
is a
nightmare
sentence.
spiders?
Yeah, what?
Wait, why did you get a nightmare last night? I didn't.
And-
Did anyone else have a nightmare?
I had a night before!
Why? That's so
I did,
bizarre.
but
Is
Holy hell!
oh
Illuva
what the
has
hell happened?
multiple stab wounds all across her torso and arms, and even like a gash across her face. You can you can tell she's just been stabbed to shit.
Well, let me see if the giants have a medic. Hold on,
my
I'm gonna run out
face.
run out of
That's
the
my
tent
money
and,
maker.
I'm gonna run out of the tent and see if I can get a healer
Perfect.
from the.
It seemed like it was a nightmare dream, but it was real. Somehow.
were
At least the
also
stabbing
nightmare
was real.
spiders?
No. He said I killed his brother. I think. But the blood loss is sort of getting to me a little.
Just a little woozy.
A little woozy. The lack of sleep. It's starting to... I've gone through trials before on behalf of my tribe, but this is something else.
Question.
Bad.
Yes.
No, this is in character.
Oh, okay.
Anyone
Yes.
seen Zephyr this morning? Is she completely fucked too?
I don't know. We should find her. But I mean, you find Mesnos, you find Zephyr.
Definitely. Should check on her.
Zephyr!
Stop yelling.
Sorry.
And Zephyr, what are you doing as you hear this
She's-
yell?
She's on the couch. Oh,
Oh,
the other call came in. The other call came
okay.
in. So I'm
So,
sitting here. Uh,
Mesnos will kind of come out. He's there, and you see both of them like they come out of the room that they were sharing and kind of rubbing their eyes. And you look, Zephyr looks pretty darn rested actually. Like she's looking, she doesn't have any new wounds like you guys do.
Doesn't look like a ball of ass.
No.
Zephyr
What
kid.
is going on?
Remember the nightmare she told you about the other night?
Yes.
Did she have one again?
No, she slept soundly. She
I'm just
seemed
assuming
fine.
she's like still in the room and Mesnos
Yeah,
came
he's-
out first to make this
yeah.
easier on everybody.
Exactly. And oh my God, your face.
Yeah, I know. I'm well
I
aware.
will get her to help you. I am so sorry. That is awful. And he's gonna head into the room.
Hold on.
and-
Stop. I have an idea of why this may be a thing. Which one of us were close to that stupid fucking shadow monster thing?
I believe it was you, Ulumfa, Zephyr were the three close.
So the three who had nightmares, right?
Yes.
You guys all passed out after that thing poofed.
Excuse me, what?
You guys passed. You were like, "Yeah, we won," and then you were like, in the snow. And then we woke you up, and apparently we woke you up too good because now you can't sleep.
Vice-Air, could you tell if we have like magic on us?
I ran outside to go find a giant healer. I'm not there.
Great. I'm gonna sit down.
Okay.
Do it.
So,
Throw up.
Vicer, as you run out, as you run past Mesnos, he reaches out and casts Comprehend Language on you.
Cool.
And so you burst out of the tent, and you see these storm giants stayed in this bar all night, and most of them are like asleep in their stools, like propped up against the wall. And you see even the quintessence, the leader. She's at the bar, kind of just. And weirdly enough, as they snore, it sounds a little bit like thunder, just With that
Okay,
one,
I
get
use oh god, what is it? Not prestidigitation. The other one that makes me loud.
Thaumaturgy.
Oh, I don't have thaumaturgy. Damn it.
That's good.
I thought I did.
No worries, you can be pretty loud.
But yeah, I'll just yell, "Hey, come in!" I made a, yeah, and then I shower sparks into the air with prestidigitation as well.
And you see
Hello, anyone who need help here? Do you have a healer? Shh.
the one like closest to the tent, so like when you run out, and then like this, the one up will say, oh, he's on the wrong layer. This one up here, he's gonna. He kind of like, and he kind of looks up. Is everything well, little one?
Healer! No, we need a healer. We've been attacked somehow in the night.
Healer. No, we watched over you. There was no.
Look, I'm not asking you whether or not something happened. Something did happen, and we need a healer. Do you understand?
Yes. And he kind of gets up and he starts to run out the door. Just.
Thank you. And then I run back into the tent, let him know that there's a healer on the way.
Perfect.
Alright, healer's on the way.
Can
Do we
you
figure out
see
what
if
the
we
hell's
have
going on?
Some like magic on us.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I would have noticed anything with True Seeing yesterday, right, Ty? So I could just do a regular Arcana. Well, just keep chewing. It's fine. You know, it's just a D&D game.
I said, mm-hmm.
How the hell am I supposed? It didn't pick up. It's fine.
No, it did not.
Alright, so I'll just do an Arcana check then.
Okay. Perfect. So I'll go and roll that Arcana.
Uza, can you guidance me?
We'll say yes.
Yeah, guidance. Did
Thank
that not
you.
come across?
No.
Oh, sorry.
19.
19.
These guidance is a bit clutch today.
I'm helping.
Yeah.
There is some residue in the wounds across both Ulumfa and Bloodscale. The wounds seem to be... Arthur, what the everybody fuck off today, okay?
Animals.
Animals! Alright, so...
I want a garanimal.
there is this residue of... It's this kind of psychic magic sort of residue. Like, it's definitely coming as part of, like, an assault, but not one on their bodies.
Can I dispel it? Does it look dispellable?
Yeah, you can certainly try. It does look like magic that, it is magic based. You can try and dispel magic if you like.
All right, I'm gonna hit all three of them. Or I'm gonna start with I guess Bloodscale, since he's been.
Well, no, Zephyr's fine.
Yeah, Zephyr's fine. I know it's Bloodscale. It's you, Ulu, and
That's it.
that's it. Yeah. So I'll hit Bloodscale since Ulu I think isn't in the room yet. I'm not sure. Doesn't matter. Bada bing. Bada boom.
Perfect. Dispel magic. Alright, perfect. So, I need you to make a spell casting ability check. So make a charisma check. Because this is higher than a third level spell.
Charisma. I can cast it at a higher level. Would I have known to do that?
Probably not.
With a 19?
Not with a 19.
Okay. Charisma, that's fine. We got this. That's a saving throw, sorry. Ba-boom-ba!
Okay, 18. Okay, yeah. So, Bloodscale, you feel this tightness in your chest release. And, like, you're still tired, you're still beat up, you still have these wounds, but, like, there was this kind of dread, almost, that had been building inside of you that is gone.
Alright. I turn. Is Ulu
Might
in the
work.
room here? I think that might work. Give me a sec. I'm gonna try the same on an Ulu, and then I'm gonna look at you both again.
Do you want to try a higher level spell slot, or do you want?
Yeah.
to
Recognizing the difficulty of last time, I'm gonna cast it at a higher level.
What level?
Level 4.
4. Okay.
And Uza, could you guidance me on this one? This is more difficult than I imagined.
So go and,
Guidance.
go and roll your charisma check.
That was a save.
Oh my! Oh yeah, sorry.
It's okay.
Fuck.
That's actually what it would have been.
Oh yeah, look at that. So 12.
Yeah. Okay, so 12. No, unfortunately, like you feel, like as you're trying to focus on this magic, you're like you kind of bring your force of will over the top of it to try to dispel it, and you kind of pump a little bit extra in that 4th level slot, and then it just breaks, and you feel the spell not take hold, and kind of it breaks. in your hand.
Zephyr, who was watching this from her doorway, just comes out and slaps a greater restoration on Ula.
On Ulu. Perfect. Ulu, you can mark off one of your levels of exhaustion has been cured.
One effect that charmed or petrified.
Well, it
one
was more
curse.
trying to actually end a curse.
Yeah, one curse, including the target's attunement to an accursed magic item. Any reduction. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the exact details of this effect because it's it's very strange.
Yeah, I suppose it's worth a shot.
I would say you do get the exhaustion back, of course, but this one I don't think it would. Well, I don't know. Roll a wisdom check for Zephyr.
Well, thanks for rolling the digital dice and not rolling it here, because I'm staring at a B, which is the best, but you didn't
Well-
roll it on the damn thing!
It's okay, I trust her. So nat 20.
Yes.
Perfect. So with that, she is able to. So Zephyr, as she casts the spell on Olumfa, rather than there's so much going on with the injured, poor injured Olumfa that she first goes to the spell wants to take hold onto the exhaustion, and then it kind of moves past and almost feels like there's
Discord.
no, I believe you.
I don't care. I wanted it to show.
Yep.
Because
no,
Jess can't
that's
roll for shit on her own account, but I can do it fine.
That's hilarious. But she's able to focus and pull these things out, and while it's weird. It's like the shadow of a curse. It's bound not to her body or to any items on her, but it's attached inside of her mind. It's like an anchoring point where it's not necessarily a curse, but it's just this like magical sensor in her mind that is like that allows somebody to find her again, and it releases.
Eat. Alright, well, hopefully that does something. Let me see if the giant healer is here yet, and I go outside the tent to see if they've arrived.
As you come to the outside of the tent, you see there's this. It's interesting. There's a giant, and he has a bag that's almost the size of like a quarter of your tent. He kind of like kneels down and. I heard you needed help, and he kind of pulls the bag open and. What is
This Bloodscale just slowly saunters out of the tent, just covered in bites.
Pretty sure there was some sort of psychic ethereal attack last night, and two of our party members are quite exhausted and beaten from it. Is there any chance you could help them out?
I believe I can. And with that,
Fine.
he reaches in and he pulls out like what is just kind of like this. It's like a 6 foot tall thing of gauze as he pulls it out, and he's just like, and so he kind of like looks at Uza or at Bloodscale, and he just starts to he gets out some scissors and he starts to cut like a small like cloth, and then he reaches into like this big jar and he pulls out and he slathers something over the top of it in his hand, and then Bloodscale he pulls it he pulls it over to you and then kind of like puts it on top of your face. And it kind of like wraps under your head, and you feel this sticky kind of warm salve put over your head, and kind of like encapsulates your face, and then he starts
Feels like a
just
hot
doing
towel
small,
massage.
kind of, only with more gel,
Sticky.
gooey stickiness to it. But yes,
Gross.
it does smell a little
Wrong
bit like
bathhouse. Got it.
it smells almost like chamomile and mint together, but with also like this like antiseptic kind of like very like alcohol-y back to it. And then so he does the same for Ulumfa as well, and he just kind of starts cutting these small strips and then just kind of slathering them on. He tries as good as much as he can to be delicate, but they're big and they're patches, but they cover like, instead of just like being like a small wrap, it's just basically like this like giant stick-on.
Bloodscale is laying back and using this as a blanket at this point in time.
And then so we'll go ahead and that would be. Bam. Bloodskill, you regain 25 points of healing. Ulumfa, you restore 27.
Nice.
Does it help with-
It does not, unfortunately.
Everybody else is fine. I'm tired. I'm sleeping in the cart this time. People can use my bear.
Alright, sounds good. Yeah, I
Ooh.
bet
Mr. Giant, sir,
Yeah.
do you guys have winter clothing? Because for some reason we didn't think to pack any.
Oh.
I could buy. I could more than happy to purchase.
I'm afraid the only thing that we might have in your size would be doll's
Like
clothing, which would not fare well in this weather.
What about like a baby cloak? Like some sort of swaddling.
Is anybody here good at tailoring? We can just get like one big thing, and then like everybody makes cloaks.
Sorry, not quite. And I plump up again.
Bloodscale is, while sauntering back into the tent, just hucks the bear at Uza.
so heavy. I have hollow bird bones.
Then give it to Maznos.
I still want to look.
It's only we're less than a day away from the Erie. Let's just pile in and get there, yeah?
Bloodscale has already entered the cart and laid down.
Perfect.
I think that's it.
Well, not laid down, but he's doing that head on the wall like you're in a plane. Just
Perfect. And then so the rest of you you see Visair, you just boom, once again into your bouncy self. And everybody else pile in the cart. I assume Uzi, you're taking watch.
Yes.
Perfect. So
Man's got to do something to keep warm.
speaking of, you do see Mesnos start to go for the keg in the back, and then kind of leaves it and just sits back down as he kind of looks out the window.
Maznos,
Yes.
can you try some before me? Because I don't want to get up.
Yes. What do you need?
Go to that keg.
Hmm.
Think about hot chocolate.
Okay.
See if you get hot chocolate.
Very well.
And then you see, as he thinks about it, he kind of reaches out and kind of just runs his hand over some of the runes near the spout, and then hot chocolate pours out. And he kind of collects it into like his stein and hands it over to you. Oh, night, Featherfall. Sleep well. And then there's this. So you have now a cup of hot chocolate in your hands, and Mesno starts kind of just distributing it out to everybody, so everybody has some hot chocolate for this trip.
Is that okay? Can we be warm off of hot chocolate?
Yeah, decently warm. So you guys continue down your path.
You're all welcome. I'm a brilliant scientist. I'm going to bed.
So smart.
And then
Says
with
the
that-
dumbest person in the party.
burn. Jeez.
No,
You're talking about
Bloodscale.
blood scale.
Bloodscale's the
Oh,
dumbest
okay.
person in the party.
Stat-wise, blood scale's like, you know.
I was gonna be like,
Wait,
"Me,
you can
jeez."
read now, right?
To say I have a
He was always
10.
able to read.
Yeah.
He was always able to read.
He's just like, at Common, it's like you're entering middle school.
Right, yeah.
Draconic, you're like entering high school. And Sylvan, perfect.
Perfect.
Shit's weird.
Magic. I like it.
All right, so go ahead.
I'll also, before we depart, I will call Uzo over to the door and I will touch his bow and put the blue back in there. Because I have a feeling he might need it and the blue might be pissed anyways.
Thank you? Why is he gonna be pissed?
No reason.
Good talk. Good night, buddy. Sleep. You're sleepy. Close your eyes.
Damn right. Conking out. Hopefully.
Well, you don't have a bad fur day.
I'm gonna try and just really lightly. I don't know if this is gonna help, but guidance.
Perfect. All right, so
Gonna guidance your sleep. Shh.
Just go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Perfect.
Imagine the sound of rain against the top of the car.
And fairly quickly, you do find sleep with no problem. Same with you, Ulu, if you're trying to go to sleep. And then,
Oh yeah.
with that, the winds have calmed down today. There's actually a bit of sky above. It's still a light snow as you kind of set out. You know, as you guys, you kind of kick the horses up and they start to kind of get going.
Cool.
They kind of get going. You guys kind of start headed down this path. It's cold, but it's noticeably kinder cold. It isn't that biting cold that gets into your bones. It's just the kind of more matter-of-fact chilliness. Can I get a perception check, Uza?
Yes, and I reattuned to my Eyes of the Eagle. I'm at advantage.
Really quick, you guys used 2 greater restorations, right?
No. No, we had a healer come in.
Oh,
Yeah, I believe there's only 1 greater restoration. You used 1 to get Ulu's curse taken out.
okay.
I managed to dispel blood scales, so everyone should, and they're sleeping in the carriage right now. So I think we got nobody's cursed anymore. I don't think.
Perfect. All right, so as you look out into the storm, Uza, you keep kind of a ready eye out, but you don't hear the sounds of the lost or the hungry or the forsaken outside. In fact, you hear very little sound at all. Like there's the clopping of the horses as they kind of go on. Every once in a while, you'll see just like one bird here or there, but overall, it's really quiet. And it's almost that quiet stillness that like after a storm, that where there's snow piled up, and everything else is kind of just staying in its place. You notice the snow hasn't been disturbed overnight like it had been the previous nights. There's no tracks or trails anywhere. It's just this clean blanket of snow as you guys head out. Can I get an animal handling check for the horses? For you guys here?
Yes, indeed.
At advantage, because they yours and they professionals.
Yeah.
Lean over to Visair. Quiet. Too quiet.
What? It's a little windy. I can't hear you so well.
Oh god, the fat got in his ears.
You leave me out of this. And so, as you guys continue along, the clouds start to kind of push on, and you make good progress. It's, there's nothing really to kind of stop you. Every once in a while, the horses seem to kind of sniff at the ground or sniff at the air and kind of perk up and look around. But overall, it's super, super quiet. And then you see in the distance, there is the bronze spires of Kayayev. It's the first thing you see, and you see that, strangely, snow has been peeled back, and there's a clear area of vibrant green all around this city of the Eyrie. And much of the forest that was there that led all the way up to the city has been cleared away. Small farms have taken root around the city. You see fields, and you see there's almost a line where the snow ends. You continue your journey forward, getting closer and closer.
I'm doing that thing where the leg is just like constantly bouncing on the cart, and it's probably enough to shake everybody inside just a little bit.
My brother-in-law does that all the time, and I always think something's wrong with my car. Like, what the hell is wrong with the engine? It's shaking. Why is it shaking? Nah, it's a stupid freaking restless leg.
You're like, yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
thought
chop
it was
it
all
off.
over.
He's in the room. He's in the office here. Anyway,
amazing.
sorry. Proceed.
So as your foot bounces, you in the carriage hear just this tick, 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 tick. And if you I don't think it's going to be loud enough to wake Ulu or Bloodscale, but the rest of you, if you at this point, if you can, you do your thumping if you want to look out, but you guys continue and you get closer and closer to this great Eyrie.
Quick question.
Yes.
Am I no longer exhausted because I slept through everything?
Let's see. How many levels of exhaustion did you have?
I only had one left.
No, you had 2. I took one.
No,
off.
Okay.
I was at 3, and then I healed myself.
And then you slept,
Well,
so
not
you'd have
healed.
1 left.
Oh, fuck! I thought I had it down to just 1
No,
last
you were at
time.
2.
You had 2. It's okay. 1 point of exhaustion is no big deal.
Fuck. No, I feel crazy because I checked on D&D Beyond and I only had 1
It's all good.
left.
No worries. All right, so as you guys continue forward, Uza, as you get closer and closer, the area around the area has changed quite a lot. There are now very obvious farms and different types of crops that have been planted. All of them. There's pumpkins. There's corn. You can tell from here. Some peas. All sorts of different types of crops have been taken down. You see the trees that have been cleared out. You notice that the walls and even some of the buildings that you can see have fresh wood and they've been repaired. And then the upper spires, which no one ever went to, where the wingless couldn't get to, are completely cleaned. They are shimmering, they are shining, they are beautiful. And you even see that there's small dots flittering back and forth, and you realize that there are hundreds of Aarakocra here now. There are so many more Aarakocra than you ever even knew could exist in this place. You really are a race of people. There really are more of you. You even see one of the largest domes has hundreds flocking into and out of it. Some are carrying packages, and others are carrying stuff. You can't tell exactly what they are. They're just a little bit bigger than the other dots. And you continue forward. And as you guys are in Visera driving the cart, now even your eyes can see the domes and everything in the distance and this patch of green around it. And as you guys continue closer and closer, you suddenly hit a place where the wind gets extreme and it's battering and blowing, and you're just, you kick the horses so they go forward and fast a little bit through it. And then after 5 minutes, it is gone and the snow is gone. And the wind is gone, and it's beautiful, and it is a bright, sunny day. And as you continue to push through this small bit of forest before you come fully all the way through, you see in the distance there's a windmill in the center of a small collection of buildings. And as you continue forward, you see there's like, so you make a perception check actually for me, both Visera and Uza.
Righty. Perceptive as always.
Visera, you keep thinking you see something, you look over and you're like, no, what's it? Hell, is there somebody? What the hell? Uza, though, you look and you see every once in a while you see an Aarakocra kind of like glancing from behind a tree and then ducking back, and then moving to the next tree. And you notice that you have about 5 Aarakocra that are just kind of watching and quickly diving between trees, hoping not to be seen.
Okay. I can do this.
Yeah, right?
Whew, no. Do you guys want to go back to Kern? Let's go back to Kern. I think I let. You know what? I left.
Hold on.
I left my bow in Kern, and I
Who's
think.
that? Who's
Yeah.
that? What's going on?
I'm just. I'm nervous. Hold on. Okay. There's people in the woods just like following us. No big deal. I'm gonna try talking to them.
Do you want to help me? Maybe I can. Want me to shoot some fireworks or something in the air? Maybe that'll help. Is there maybe to make the Dawnforged symbol? I could do that. I could do a minor illusion. Maybe make something.
I'm gonna get their attention using our language, and then hopefully they speak common, and then you can talk to them because I'm not good at the word mouthing.
You got this. This should be interesting.
Okay. And I will stand up. I'm gonna take the bear cloak off of me, and
I start playing soothing, kind of happy music, like a jaunty little tune on my violin fingers to make it clear that we're not a threat.
Okay.
Oh, that helps. I like that. Thank you. That's
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. And then in our Cochrane. Hello. We're friendly people. Friends. We're friends. Hi. Let me start over. Hi, guys. I see you. I don't want to make it weird, but we don't mean any harm. Can we talk to who do we check in with?
And so at that point, even Viso, you see 5 heads kind of pop out and in various places around you. 2 to the left, 3 to the right, and they're all just different types of Aarakocra. You see some one kind of a white, completely white, snowy owl sort of look to him. Another, a more subdued gray with a longer, thinner neck, and then they all just kind of. You see they all kind of look around at each other, and then as you wave. The snowy owl kind of waves back, and then you just hear, and then all of them fly up and out and into out of the forest around you above the trees. As you continue to play your jaunty tune.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that meant.
What?
I don't because they just flew away, right?
Yep, they just flew away.
They're probably telling people that we're showing up at the city. Hopefully, we made a decent first impression. With any luck, well, whoever that was that we need to talk to will show up, right? Could be worse, right?
True. Also, feel free to call me Uza here because they don't know that is my name. So you guys don't have to be guys.
Alright, so just call you Uza. I can handle that.
Yep.
Cool. And then, whoops, that's the wrong one.
Oh, epic homecoming here.
Sorry about that, everybody.
Wah,
Alright, so, as you continue forward, you finally get to the break in the trees, and you see ahead of you.
Oh, I'm gonna. If nobody could hear me, I'm gonna tap on the carriage and be like, "We're here."
You guys hear, duk, duk, duk. And you see outside the trees break, and there's beautiful, luscious green fields full of all sorts of different types of plants, masterfully curated and kind of made into. It's beautiful. It's almost idyllic. Nothing you were expecting on top of this mountain after your day's travel could have prepared you for. Lovely.
And none of this was here when I was here, correct?
This was all forest when you were last here.
I mean, we're making progress, so that's good. That's good. I'm gonna say that.
I'm gonna pop my head out. Look at Uza. Are you okay?
Nope. not dope.
Want me to come out there and sit with you guys?
Yes.
Okay.
Please.
And I mosey on out and sit next to him. I'm like, it's okay, Uza.
Perfect. And so you easily pull yourself up and sit next to him. Now, as you get closer, you see there's scarecrows in the fields, but they have wings, and the wings are outstretched. You see there's there's even some oxen and things, not a whole ton, but a few that have been brought in and clearly used by the farmers out here. And then as you get closer and closer to the windmill, you look up in the sky and you see 5 Aarakocra flying back, but they are accompanied by these wind spirits, and then these strange, large, blue, humanoid-looking creatures that are just seemingly floating through the air. They pull out these really large scimitars as they fly closer and closer, and then as you get close, one of them flies forward and kind of lands in front and says, and kind of stops you. Halt, there is a question. Be you friends, be you foe, what is your purpose here?
I'll stand up and I'll bow, really sharing what the etiquette is here. We are friends, and we come.
He comes
A
bearing
god-
tidings from Akati.
Yes, a god sent me here to aid you and receive your aid, and I would like to speak to the elders, please.
Kind of looks you up and down. And why should the elders listen to you?
Oh, they won't listen to me. They'll be listening to Akati. She's a god. Freedom and air.
Since it's warmer here, I'm just gonna drop my fat form while this is all happening and go back to my normal looking.
Yep. And it's really weird. It's like watching Jello just snap into a mold and it's just gone.
Sorry
You
about
find,
that. It's
one
cold
long
outside.
hair that's you have one long hair that's extra thick. You're I'm gonna flick it away. And then you notice this blue figure is very tall. They're 8.5, 9 feet tall. They kind of float over closer, and looks at you, and he's like, "You are one who already answered the call, yes?"
Yeah, and I'm gonna cast light on my armor, I guess.
And then the light kind of glows. It's harder to see in the sunlight, but it is definitely glowing of its own magical energy. Then that is good. The council will want to see you, and I will take you.
Okay.
If you tell me
should we
your
park
name.
somewhere? I'm Uza.
Uza. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's an orc thing. It's like John for them. Yeah, Uza, Belinar.
Have you not received your true name once more?
Oh, it's been so long. I haven't seen our Kokra in years. Ever since we were the Cursed Wingless. We changed back, and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna go be in Vernder. And hung out there. Yeah. Just there the whole time.
Very well. You have much to see then. Come. And then he kind of starts floating in front of you, and make a deception check for me, real quick.
That's fair. Oh, my big old fat +1. Hey,
Okay, 14. Good
not
to know.
too bad.
Excellent. And as you pull forward, he makes some hand signals to the other around you, and you see these air elementals that are strange in the fact that there's almost like armor and weapons that they have and hold, rather than just being made purely of air. They kind of float over and then kind of surround the wagon.
wave at them and in Arin. Hello.
And back in
I wave too.
In Orin, they respond. One of them responds like, "Hello, blessed of wing. We have awaited a return."
I'm awaited. That's kind of cool. Or is it bad? Is it bad? Should I be worried?
Seems good.
Stop worrying, Jose. You got this.
And so, as you continue on forward, this large blue person in front of you, and one flanking from behind, surrounded by all of these wind elementals, you do see that there are many Aarakocra at work in the field. Some, they have like straw hats made, and there are a lot of them just in regular. You see a lot of the clothing is clearly been patched to be from Kenku size to their new Aarakocra forms. It's just been like there's a lot of them have almost like a pervading style of having really short, like you can clearly see where like pant legs and arms, and like there's a bunch of extra bright cloth that's been added to these more drab clothes that once fit the Kenku. Like they start adding these colors and stuff, and you get the idea like there was almost like they all have this fashion to them where like all these different colors and brightnesses all are been added to these once dreary clothes that were worn by Kenku to hide in the shadows.
So like someone put some pastel-colored zip-off lowers on their zip-off drab zip-off cargo shorts.
Pretty much, yeah. And then like
I like that. That's really cool, and now I want to do that with my stuff. I'm gonna. Oh wait, no. I'm gonna. I go to like puff out my blue scarf, and then I realize, oh, I don't look like I have that right now.
And then the city itself has been almost completely transformed, where there was always this small layer of grime and a little bit of trash and just a little gross. It's been completely cleared out. Just like the streets and stuff, all still made of dirt and dust. You see that there are parts of it that have been cleared away, and you see there's even like groups of Aarakocra like working in teams to kind of like use their wings to beat away dirt in certain areas, and beneath it there's a cobblestone road in places that they are trying to find out exactly where the roads go, so they can continue to clear it as you continue inside the city. The dingy and forgotten areas are patched up. A lot of the wood used to replace many bits of the buildings that had been kind of worn down over times, and the spires are so bright as you get close, and the air is just filled with all of these people flying back and forth. It's interesting. You notice the large building that he's taking it towards is the one there are so many flying into and out of the building. You notice many of them have books that they're dropping off and flying out of.
They're searching out knowledge. I'm guessing. I'm gonna tell by there, I guess, and Zephyr.
You're breaking up a little bit. He said that he says that out loud to both Vice.
Sorry, that was cutting out. I think they're pulling in knowledge. They're still searching for things. People are still out there. Like I was supposed to. Okay.
Alright. That should be okay though, right? Like.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good.
Okay.
It makes me feel a little bit better that they never came back. Like they depend on me, so it's good. They managed.
I mean, we're still working towards saving them as well, right? Like, you know that, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
It actually is like a little bit of a weight off my shoulders, because I was always like really worried, like, oh, what if no one else learns how to make a map? And now that I kind of say that out loud, that's a ridiculous thing to think.
Ah, but you also do have a lot of map knowledge that you can share. Don't forget. I'm sure that you've seen places they haven't even yet to dream of.
Oh, that's true. And my map I can like just copy it
Absolutely.
magically. Yes. I'm gonna write that down for notes.
Alright.
And it's at this
And,
point.
thank you guys for coming with me.
Of course.
Anytime.
It's at this point that this giant blue humanoid kind of turns around and nods to you. He's like, ahead you will get out of here, you fucking kill me. You know,
We
the-
just
Alright,
welcome
we
to
just
town.
got here, and you just got to fucking yell at us like that. That's rude.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Plus, I'm suspecting his accent is fake.
And then
What? How dare you?
that's amazing.
Sort of insight checked him.
And then so he's like, I will leave you here. The council is within second floor. They will help you find your new name and your place among us if you wish to stay. I'm eager
Thank
to
you.
see what they say. Welcome. And then he gives a gesture, and they all start of kind of take off together and fly out back towards where you guys came. You guys are led into this gigantic library, and the bottom of it has, as you walk in, you notice the floor has there's been revealed because you couldn't see it before, but now that it's been cleaned out, what was even there was like water and kind of stuff in here last time. Let's see, Ulu and Bloodscale, are you continuing to sleep?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's not here, so I'm saying yes.
Perfect. So we'll keep you guys right there, just for expediency's sake. But as you walk in, the floor, there is this face of kind of like this wise old Aarakocra feathers, just like you see it here. Feathers coming out from the side of its head, and then the wings span and feather continue along the ground as on each side of you see there are two statues of these kind of Aarakocra there's been an artistic liberty taken where they look as though they've been blown by the wind and are like windstrapped, like almost as if the air itself has been used to shape them out of this kind of it's looks like sandstone, but like this dark gray. And there are books everywhere along these walls. There are books kind of piling up, and you kind of all right, and you see behind the desk, you see there's an Aarakocra who they look kind of like a sandpiper. They have just kind of that long sandpiper face, and they're just hello. You requested. You are inquiring. What is your business? What can I help with?
Hello. Thank you.
Hello.
Oh,
I haven't
this
seen
place
you here
is-
before.
Oh, yeah, no, this place looks amazing. Sorry, distracted. I have come... I've come with word from Akadi.
Excellent.
guess.
And who is Akadi, if I may ask?
Oh, she's my god. She's...
Oh, all right. A religious spectre. Excellent. We don't get many up here, but this will be our first, actually. Excellent. This is quite interesting. And your name?
Uza Balanar.
Alanar. I can make another deception check because you paused there really obviously.
Yes, I did. I'm role playing this +1 to my deception.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, but the dice love me.
It was Balanar, and excellent. I am Karek, and I am pleased to meet you. And he kind of like bobs and he looks and he's like, oh, I will. And then he kind of he does finishes writing something, and then he holds it over his shoulder, and then he takes a wand from the desk and he kind of whips it over, and you see the parchment kind of get pulled up and then wafts in the wind, and you see it goes up to the doors, and it flattens itself out and just flies between the doors, and you just hear. You may look around if you wish while we wait a reply. If there's anything I can help you find, by all means, let me know. We have collected as much and thorough of knowledge as we are able to here, but again, we are, as you can probably tell and know, recovering from our long, flightless state.
Yeah. I have 2 questions.
2 questions.
Yes. Do you keep records on all Aarakocra?
All Aarakocra who come or leave have been written down so that way we may get a better idea of what we look like. We are doing somewhat of a census to figure out exactly how many of us there are, how many variations there are. Quite a few, I'm actually finding out, and exactly what we are. We are trying to redefine ourselves, and so part of that is being able to define yourself with numbers and variations and viewpoints, and so you will find out more soon.
Okay. And then my second question is, do you keep maps here? Because I have several that I could contribute to all of this.
Yes, maps would be quite helpful. We've scaled back our cartography, unfortunately, having to focus on more agricultural means as the population grew much more rapidly than we were expecting. So these will be of actually quite great value. If you wouldn't mind, do you have copies? Do you wish something to copy them down on? Is there...
Oh, actually, I just need the blank parchment, and I'm gonna pull out my my ever. Oh crap! What's it called? The scroll, the unlimited paper scroll.
And then so he's gonna kind of, as he gets up, his legs are like super long and a lot skinnier than you are, and overall he is much more frail. And you see his Aarakocra pants, like you see his cut off like super high up, so you get the idea that his legs grew in length as he was awoken. Much more
Aarakocra pants.
rapid.
I'm sorry, that's a ridiculous term. I love
Isn't it though? And then he's chosen this kind of like deep blue as opposed to more of any of the brighter colors. And you see he also has fashioned like, they're almost glasses. They're basically two monocles that have been like kind of bent and wired together, and they kind of, and so they, if it was a human, they would fall off, but his beak is just long and thin enough that he can just kind of like, he's taken it and he's wrapped it around his beak so it slides on and off rather than having to perch on a nose. And he goes over and he kind of like bustles over to one of the cabinets near the door, and he kind of opens it, and you see there's lots and lots of sheets and rolls of paper of all these different colors. And like, these, of course, were one of the priorities, one of the very few things we are allowed to spend some of our accumulated gold on. But here we are. They are very precious. Be very careful. But here, how big is this map? And he kind of looks back to you.
Well, I guess it's not much. It has the Erie and Vernder and some of the Desert Scar and.
No. What scale? How large is the paper?
Oh, and I'll pull it out and show him. I think it's 3 feet tall, isn't it? No.
Yep.
2.5.
It's 2.5, and and then he's like, oh, very excellent. And he kind of pulls a scroll of a similar size out, and he brings it over to you. And it's at that point, as he sets it down, you see this piece of paper kind of float out of the door. Oh, it seems like you are quite fortunate. It usually takes a little longer than that, but it's maybe being the first of a religious nature will help your being seen sooner. Right this way. And he kind of guides you. And as he opens the door, you see that the middle room is still a little bit flooded. It has dirt. It has everything that you kind of see on the map here, where it is. And he's like, I do apologize, but this is rather hard to get through without damaging any of the books on the outside. We are working on trying to figure out a magical means in which to clear it up, because it seems to be some sort of water source underneath that continues to exacerbate the situation. And so as he continues to pull you through, there's a grand staircase on the other side. It is also been cleaned, and each one of the steps, so you see the wings on the floor come up, and as the wings plop out, each step is like one of the feathers coming out of the tip of the wing. So as you're walking up the wingscape of the bird that is on the floor. Sorry, I don't want to forget these guys. And it's at the point he's like, and it is here. I shall leave you upstairs. I believe Agosh himself will be speaking with you, so very lucky. And then he'll kind of
Agosh?
He'll kind of shuffle off at that point. You'll see.
Okay.
Then,
okay.
as you guys walk up to the second floor, it's a little bit darker. And there's much more made of wood on the inside. You get the idea that this second floor has been kind of more crafted than recovered, like the bottom floor. I don't know why this map is super disorienting all of a sudden. You see there are long tables and lots of notebooks and things that are strewn about, and people have written all over them. And at the end of the hall, you see there is this circle of runes, and inside of it there is this Aarakocra who is more raven-like than you've seen other Aarakocra. He has completely black feathers and a black beak, and he's in the middle of, and you see he's just sitting, almost meditating with his eyes open, his eyes flickering back and forth as papers and books are being pulled off the shelf and are swirling around him, and he's just kind of like concentrated almost completely on these papers that are swirling around him, kind of muttering to himself. And he's just muttering to himself as you all walk in.
Do I recognize him?
Make a... No, you would not, actually.
Okay, because I just want to make sure, because that's same artwork from one of my dreams.
It's slightly different, I promise you.
Okay, I just want to make sure I wasn't... All right.
Vicer and Zephyr, go ahead and give me a history check.
You got it, Chief.
So I guess I should phrase that. It looks like the artwork from one of my dreams.
Booyah!
Yeah, there you go. All right.
Moist.
So he looks a little different. His clothes are different and more complete, but you recognize Ogos Rohanar, the Aarakocra that led you down into the Silvernote mine to help free the mines of the Aarakocra and free them from their curse.
I whisper to Zem, is that the guy? Is that the word that I just remembered? That name that I just remembered? Is that him?
Rohanar.
Akush Rohanar. Is that him?
I don't know.
I think it is.
A goes? Okay. That sounds like the name that the other guy said. Good morning.
Nailed it.
Good morning. There is someone there. I apologize. One moment, this is taking me just a second longer than I had anticipated. And then you see, kind of like closes his eyes and shakes his head, and he kind of just like shoos the papers, and they flutter back onto the shelf, and the books flap over and then kind of land, and he looks up. He's like, I didn't know when I would see you again. I am pleased that you are well. Dawnforged Company.
Yeah! It's been great. Oh my goodness. It's so good to see you.
You guys know each other?
He steps forward. Hello. I should introduce myself. I am Ogos Rohanar. People have started calling me the Cursebreaker, but it is not me alone, as I'm sure you've already found out.
Absolutely. Did you not know that, Uza? We told you about that, eh?
Yeah, I didn't know I didn't know we were meeting the one like that brought you down. Hello, my name is Usa. It's
Usa.
great to meet you.
He's the best guy.
It is a pleasure to meet you as well. If you join these adventurers for a greater purpose.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of started as a debt/fun thing, and then
It evolved into a straight quest to save the world.
that too, which brings me to why I'm here. If I may be so bold to just kind of jump into things, I don't know the traditions here.
We are making our own traditions. We are rebuilding. I have much, I think, to tell you and much for you to tell me. You said your name is Uza. It is Orcish, am I correct?
Yes, I was in Vernder when, the half-orc city across the Windscar.
Yes.
When the curse broke, and I earned the name Uza there, and then Belinar in the forest south of there.
Belinar, Elvish. You have an Orcish Elvish name. Interesting.
Collecting names is not something I would have thought to do, but it does your journey justice. I apologize.
I was gonna get a dwarf one, but I kept forgetting.
I apologize. I'm not new here, but I have spent much of my time trying to figure out how to help in the next steps. There are so many questions to answer on a daily basis. I am pleased to meet you. So, what do you remember of this place? And I will welcome you to its new incarnation.
Well, I lived here. I don't know if all of our people lived here. Obviously, not all of our people lived here, but I did when we were cursed wingless.
Oh.
And I went out to, I think it was Menestros, in search of food. And on the way back, I ended up in Vernder, but I don't think I ever made it up to these brass buildings. They're beautiful. I remember looking up to them as growing up and thinking how amazing it would be to come up here and just like take a little piece off for myself, you know?
Yes. Would you?
That would be crazy.
That'd be nuts.
Yes. Well, we've had a lot of help with the many coming to our aid, and many of them apparently having ancestral memories of this place reawoken, and we have been working hard, and I think the summoning of the air elementals, they are called Myrmidon, have really helped kind of move the process along, and there's many mouths to feed, and there is still the Elders' Council. They have just told me that they are concerned about age and feel as though it's a long story. They don't have long and they're mad about it, but I would be mad as well.
They don't have long. What do you mean?
We do not live long, and they are upset they spent their lives, a considerable amount of them, as cursed wingless. And so they are... Their duties, they wish to lighten the load so that me, being one of our most informed, has been burdened with the task of deciding and greeting and deciphering things before it reaches them. So I'm more of a glorified clerk. But tell me if this, it says this is religious in nature. You have a god that you wish to speak of.
Yeah, I mean, technically we all do. Okay, so bear with me here. It's weird. I was literally struck by lightning, and
That's true. I was there for that. I saw that one.
yeah, it hurt a lot.
It does not
Zephyr.
sound pleasant.
Well, luckily my armor resistance, but they don't. Anyways, so distraction. When I was struck by lightning, I was at the time I was kind of trying to find some way to help people more. Like, I never kind of got rid of our cursed wingless tendencies. I still slink in the shadows and pilfer things, but to help people now. Like, it's not out of selfish reasons.
Yes.
Especially with the Dawnforged, I've been using it for the good. But I wanted to help more, and someone told me that faith in the gods, they would be able to bestow that power on me. And while I was trying to decide, like, oh, this god sounds cool, and this one's got wings, and I was literally struck by lightning and had a vision of Akkadi, and I can't even call it a vision.
And
It was just
city, a great city, a plane of air, the labyrinth winds, Akka. I have heard this
Yeah.
all before. I remember now. Uza Bellinor Skrael. You reached out to a companion of mine. His name was Shanoth Jr., the second monastery.
Oh yeah, Shanoth Jr. That's great. How's he doing?
He decided to stay behind and learn the ways of adventuring, but Lee, Michelangelo, and Scrappy all came with me. They have new
Oh,
names
stop!
that,
Scrappy's here! I got to go say hi to Scrappy.
it is not a most pleasant sight.
What's wrong with Scrappy? Why do you say that?
Many of my companions, they suffer from visions of this call from Akadi. They talk
Suffer?
of this. Well, they are. Every time they sleep, or they dream of this plane of air, and a way through the labyrinth winds. He even claims to have conversations with the Wind Dukes. And
Was there any reason that couldn't be happening?
No, I didn't know what to do with this information, because I don't know of Akadi, but perhaps you can tell me. They are speaking from experiences and things that they are having, but it sounds like you are also speaking from a place of faith, which they are back and forth on. They feel some days put upon by these visions, and others they feel as though they are more at peace, but you seem more level-headed than they have been. Please tell me more of Kadi.
I've been called a lot of things. Level-headed is not usually one of them.
Yeah, that's not what I would describe him as at all.
Well, that is not great to hear. But
No, he's not like a zealot or anything. No, he's just, Uza gonna do Uza things. It's not.
Uza gonna Uza. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's yeah. Okay, so
Ooza's gonna ooze.
I don't think it has to do with Akadi, I'll see.
Well, she called me to a cause. Have you heard of Phobator?
no, the cause that I've heard is some terrible shape-changing terror, always purple in nature.
Yeah.
Oh, right, like nightmares, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So-
it seems to be some sort of manifestation on the plane itself.
Oh.
So what I think we've pieced together is that this individual, God, he's a god of nightmares, Phobator. He's on a crusade against Akadi in the air elemental plane, and she's calling to me to gather as many Aarakocra as I can to her cause to fight it. Now, she never said Phobator, the god of nightmares. It was the purple terror there, but this color keeps coming up here whenever we encounter this zealots or magics or manifestations of this Phobator. So, I mean, I'm only 8, but 1 + 1 = 3.
We're working on it.
10. Excellent. Okay, so this is good. So Akadi is in need of help, and what will she give us?
Oh, I mean, she's already given it to us.
She has.
Akadi's the one that gave us the air. Not recently, not recently, but as far like that was these guys. I'm gonna point to the Dawnforged, like not stealing
No,
credit.
we did nothing. We lifted a curse. We did not provide anyone with any sort of, ability to do anything. Just,
But we were, again, as far as I know, and pretty limited. Our Kokra were once the servants of Akadi. She's the goddess of freedom and air, and the creatures that reside there. She's the reason that we are able to beat our wings and take flight.
Are you positive? I've never thought of the idea of gods are not responsible for why humans walk the earth, why the Tritons swim in the ocean. Why should there be a god telling us that we can have the air? What if they... I mean, I feel like it is ours whether they give it us or not. A conversation for another time, supposedly. But what brings you to the Eyrie?
Well, I
Is it
came to
spread
deliver
this message?
to bring this message to
Excellent.
unite our people under Akkadi, I guess.
Also, there's this
Okay.
whole thing about the Phobator. Have you run into that at all? Do you know what I'm talking about? If I see the Phobator or any of that, does that ring?
I heard it passing through the towns on our way here, but it was some inconvenient minor cult from what they were saying. It appears they have underestimated
No,
it.
yeah, I wish. No, from what we can tell, there seems to be the God of Nightmares seems to be trying to render, rip the whole material plane in twain and make his own new sort of kingdom.
Well, that might be
And-
something I could get the council interested in.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, we were hoping because it's going to take a lot. We're not sure exactly when, but there may be a time when we will need to gather forces against against the nightmare. We've met with the dwarves of Kern. We've carried and tripped balls with the orcs of the Desert Scar. We know he will have great forces, and we know that we need to unite those of the material plane if we're to have any chance against him.
Very well. I will speak to the council on your behalf, and I have no reason to distrust you. In the meanwhile, I will... and he goes over to the table and he starts writing something, and he's like, excellent, here we are. Take this to the clerk at the front. They will give you a writ of religious service. This will give you the freedom to preach on any corners that you wish, and you can even take, corner by, of course, I mean anywhere you wish. The air is open to all, as and it always shall be.
Oh, and could you point us towards Michelangelo and Scrappy? I'd like to reunite with them. Have a little look, have a little see how they're doing.
Yes, they are in the temporary housing, and this will 3 buildings to the west. It is until we can get more houses built for the mass that arrive every day. Unfortunately, this is the time that I have. I will need to speak with the council and then return to deciding how we are going to perform this rite. Do you have a symbol for Akkadi?
Oh shit.
Is it the bird?
No, it's like literally burned into my flesh, but I'm in a disguise spell. I'll draw one up.
Do I know what it looks like? I mean, I know what it looks like, right?
Yes, yeah. All of you know.
All right, I'm just gonna use a minor illusion and draw it in the air.
Perfect. So it's really just super, super basic. It's a square of blue with a cloud over the top of it. So it's like, excellent. So we will, I will see if I can have a tabard of some sort made that will identify you a little more easily. And now, we've never had a religious speaker in these areas, and most of our... there are a lot of us that are still very impressionable. So be careful, be kind, and... speak only what you believe is absolutely true. That's all I ask. And
Suddenly feeling all of the pressure of this very suddenly.
and one other thing, have you noticed anything strange with your physiology lately?
Lately?
Yes.
No. Should I?
Will you do
Why
something
do you
for
ask?
me? Hold your breath for as long as you can, for one moment.
Okay, I'm gonna hold my breath.
Excellent. You never, and like a good while passes, and you feel no burning in your lungs. You feel no need to take a breath at any point. He's staring at you. He's like, "Have you breathed, or are you still holding your breath?" After like 2 minutes.
I'm just shaking my head, very panicking like.
Okay, well that is interesting. Thank you. And then he's gonna go. He's gonna kind of shuffle out of the room to the left. He's like,
Questions?
Yeah,
Can I,
full of questions. I'm sorry, does he not need to breathe?
do I not need to breathe?
I'm figuring that out. Thank you. And he's gonna behind the doors.
Well,
And that's where we're gonna go ahead and end for the night.
Oh, jeez.
Shit! What does this mean? Am I
What does that
dead?
mean?
Meanwhile,
this
back
is
at the
very
cart,
confusing.
just two pairs of very loud snorers going on right now.
Don't worry, Faf's got you covered. He
Yep.
hates snoring.
He hates it so much. All right, so
No, fast with you.
Huh?
no,
Fast
me.
probably with you.
I imagine Faf's still
Faf's
behind in
wherever
the
he
cart.
should be.
Faf is keeping an eye on Percival because Percival is just kind of like, and like he'll go to
Percival?
like the new owl, and like
Yeah,
he'll
yeah.
like kind of lean over and he'll like go to like peck one of them, and I just imagine Faf is there like, don't do it.
Zephyr's awake.
Zephyr went with them. I assumed everybody went with, other than Ulu.
Motherfucking revenant. I did.
Boy, so many good questions. All right, so with that, we'd like to thank you all for watching. Don't forget, this and every episode brought to you by Dawnforged, DawnForged.com. Stop by and check out. We have lots of things to enhance your tabletop experience, whether it comes to dice trays, even like tunics to wear, drinking horns to drink out of. Just that extra layer to have a little bit more fun at the table.
Were you
and-
drinking out of a glass? Drinking out of a glass like a fool, sitting in your D&D game, looking around, everyone got their awesome, mugs, and you're just sitting there like a fool? Don't be a fool anymore.
Rolling with
DMEmporium.com.
non-metal dice. I mean, come on, what's the point?
Come
All right,
on.
so Percival is a little
Also,
bit of
if
a
you'd like to
ding-dong,
10% off your order, use the code MOCK10. That's MOCK10, and then I get a little. I gotta wet my beak. Yes, use my code.
I know-
Yes, do it.
I know Featherfall left, but they did redeem a party.
you know what? I will because I'm gonna be playing with them tomorrow. I'm gonna party on their stream, and it's gonna be fun.
That's
Outro
entirely
party.
Outro party. All right.
Outro party.
we'll do an
Hold on,
outro
one more
party.
thing.
Oh yeah.
Outro party with an angel voice. Ba-boom.
I can't do party in different voice. The
All right,
party's
never mind.
tied to a voice, so. It's okay.
You owe me 300 point. No, I'm just kidding. So many.
All right.
Party with the puppy dog on
Party?
screen.
Why is my party button not working? Is it working for you guys? One second. Hello.
That's right. Yeah, we can hear you, but it's not no party.
The hell is...
This is
They
failed.
keep
on so many
updating.
levels.
They keep updating this on me. So give me one second.
All right, here we go. Somebody else. We just gotta layer this like. Booty, 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 booty,
Boy, honey, that is not necessary. That's enough. Stop that. Stop. That's enough.
Trying to help.
Hold on.
There's no music.
So, I know. Well, I'm gonna do angelic voice for like 1 second. Give me everything.
Okay.
This is one. Yeah. Give me.
Nothing like harassing Ty as he tries to end the stream.
All right. So.
Oh, hey, you know what? Since he's getting the dog, I'm gonna let y'all know tomorrow I'm gonna be doing a later stream. It's going to be from starting at 4 o'clock and going all the way to 10 o'clock. I'll be co-streaming with Tata Toot. He's a super cool dude. We're gonna start it by playing the first act of the new Battletoads game, because that unlocks a new livery in Sea of Thieves, and then we're gonna be going on one of the new voyages, one of the big long quests in Sea of Thieves. So, yeah, it'll be from 4 to 10 tomorrow, Pacific Standard Time. Come on by, wave at us. I'll be doing pirate voices for most of the stream, so that's a thing. But yeah, come on down, check it out, hang out, have a good old time.
All right. There we go. Party's going. All right. We got a party. We're gonna say thank you for tuning in. Have a wonderful night. Don't forget to check out our sponsored streamers and streams. That's Molly Ken has, twitch.tv/Molly Ken has. And you can use her code KenHas10 for 10% off and 10% to build her wonderful community. Yeah, you can use, you can catch me tomorrow on Featherfall Tabletop. And, use Featherfall, Featherfall for your discount code. Money goes to them. And same with the Minded Miners Monday on Friends Who Roll Dice. Alright, my dog's getting uncomfortable, and he's a good boy, so we're gonna say good night to you all. Have a beautiful, wonderful